How did you accidentally destroy a marriage? My brother Dylan asked me to house sit while him and his wife Megan went on their anniversary weekend. Simple enough, right? Feed their dog Cooper, water the plants, don't burn the house down. Easy money. Saturday night, I decided to take a long shower after cleaning their entire house. I connected my phone to this fancy waterproof speaker they had in the bathroom. Dylan was always bragging about his new whole house audio system he installed last month. I thought it was just for playing music in one room. I hit play on my favorite podcast while drying my hair. It's this show where people send in anonymous confessions. Usually pretty tame stuff, but this episode was different. This woman starts talking about sleeping with her best friend's husband for 3 months. At first I'm just listening, drying my hair and stuff, but then she gets specific, really specific. She talks about how this guy always wears a silver ring with a mountain carved into it, how he has this crooked front tooth that makes him whistle when he talks, how he smells like cedarwood cologne. I'm thinking, wow, this lady is really putting her business out there. But I keep listening while I get dressed. She goes on about how they've been meeting up during work trips, how they share hotel rooms when the 4 of them travel together as couples, how he tells her his wife doesn't understand him. Then she mentions something that makes my blood run cold. She says he works in software development in Portland. Dylan works in software development in Portland. But there's like thousands of guys who do that, right? The woman keeps talking. She says his best friend's name is Brian. Dylan's best friend is named Brian. She says Brian's wife is called Lexi. Dylan's best friend Brian is married to Lexi. And Lexi happens to be Megan's closest friend. I'm standing there in their bathroom, phone in my hand, realizing this confession sounds way too familiar. But I tell myself I'm being paranoid. There's no way this random podcast confession is about my brother. That would be insane. Monday morning, Dylan and Megan come home from their trip. Megan looks weird, like really weird. She's quiet, won't make eye contact with Dylan, keeps checking her phone. Dylan's acting normal, showing me pictures from their weekend, talking about how relaxing it was. I ask Megan if everything's okay, and she gives me this tight smile. You didn't do anything wrong, Chloe. You just pressed play. That's when it hits me. The whole house audio system, the baby monitor in the guest room that connects to their phones. They heard everything, every single word of that confession, and Megan put the pieces together just like I did. Tuesday morning, Megan packs a bag, tells Dylan she needs space to think. Dylan's confused, asking what happened, what he did wrong. Megan just says she'll call him later and leaves. Dylan calls me freaking out. Chloe, what happened this weekend? Did you say something to Megan? She won't talk to me. I can't tell him about the podcast. How do you explain that your sister-in-law probably heard a confession about her husband cheating and connected all the dots? So I just say I don't know. Maybe she's stressed about work. A week goes by. Lexi's Instagram goes completely dark. No posts, no stories, nothing. Brian moves out of their house. Dylan's calling me every day asking if Megan said anything to me about why she left. Then Friday night, Dylan calls me crying. Megan finally told him she hired a private investigator. Found out he's been having an affair with Lexi for months. She had photos, hotel receipts, text messages, everything. Turns out that confession on the podcast was about them. Some random woman in Portland listened to her friend confess about sleeping with her best friend's husband, and that friend was Lexi. The woman thought it was so crazy she submitted it to the podcast anonymously. Dylan and Brian's friendship is over. Megan filed for divorce. Lexi and Brian are getting divorced too. Their whole friend group imploded. Everyone had to pick sides.